event, but it all started in 2007. I just come down from the UK for after school, and all my life I wanted to do music.
Which part of the UK were you in?
Help them.
Help them.
Yes.
Okay.
So I was just thinking, okay, I wanted to do music, but I mean, I didn't really come to Ghana to do that. I came to Ghana because it was a holiday, and my father wanted me to come over, so I was here. And I happened to have gone into one of these event places, and then I met our own Reggie Rockstone. And when I met Reggie Rockstone there, we also had Kiki Banton was there.
Okay.
Mensa of Kubolon.
Kubolon, that's right.
Mensa. I knew them. My Mensa went to school with Morning Star, so I knew
Okay.
Mensa from then. And I met Mensa. Mensa was like, you know, this girl used to sing at school, and I used to sing because I sang all the assembly songs, God Bless Our Homeland, Ghana, and everything. And I Rise, O Morning Star, because I was at Morning Star school. And so I used to sing at the national anthem and with this event. So he told me I can sing. I said, oh, no, you forget about that, forget about that. But then, because I'm driven to music so much that I was compelled to go to the studio for the first time. And when I went to the studio, there was already a beat there. And then I remember my then manager, Kiki Banton, he said, why don't you just say something?
Yeah, but
something.
Yeah, Becca, let me ask you about where did the love for music come from?
Everyone in my family sings, actually. My father used to be in the choir. My mother was in the choir. My siblings all sing, really. Not professionally, but they all have a voice. So they all sing. I wake up in the morning in my house and my father is playing a Kojuenchi or...
So music is in the blood.
A Rumbless or something, exactly. So,
okay.
Yes, it's in the blood.
Now, for the benefit of our listeners, everybody knows you as Becca, but what's the full name?
It's... Pay me.
I told you I'm going to spring some surprises on you.
CDs is fine. CDs is okay. It's okay.
Don't you want the dollars?
Don't worry. I want to patronize our money, so let's bring CDs. Let's make sure the CDs
You're just a rascal, aren't you? You're just a rascal.
Yeah, so my full name is Rebecca.
Yeah.
Akusia. Echampoma. Echampom.
Wow.
But you did me to me nana.
Sir.
Into me nana friend me nana ya.
So you are RAAA. R cube.
Yes.
I just given you a new name. I just given you a new name. Okay. Now you've talked about the process that you went through and how everything started for you.
Yeah.
You've also talked about the influences of members of your family having a musical background.
Yeah.
But what were some of the difficulties that you have been through to get to where you are today as an artist?
Okay.
What's the evolution?
I like that you said difficulties. I call it challenges. Because for me, I think that there's no occupation in this world that is easy. If it's not being in school and studying hard to do it, it's getting into it and realizing that not all that glitters is gold. I think that for me, when I got into the industry, there were some women in the industry before I came, but it was very few of us. And I remember I would go on any platform and I'd probably be the only woman there. It was quite intimidating for me. It was a challenge because it was such a male-dominated industry, and it still is, but it's much better now. But at that time, it was so male-dominated that you think, oh my goodness, like you get on stage and you're all nervous because you have the big names on the side, everybody's on the side, and you're there as a woman, you're thinking, oh my goodness, am I going to make it? One thing about me is I was never deterred. That's one of the things. There's always that stereotype. There's always that stigma. Oh, she's a woman. She has to do this, to do that.
Yeah.
And so that was one of the challenges for me. And another challenge for me was that I'm a perfectionist. I like to go on stage and I like to put a craft together. I want people to enjoy the song. I tell people all the time that the mark of a true artist is coming on stage and singing, with the voice, because in the studio you can tweak so many things.
When you say you're a perfectionist, explain.
I like things done properly. I like things done properly. I mean, people that know me know that when I go to the studio, sometimes people think this song is perfect. I'll be like, no way.
Are you ever
no way.
Are you ever satisfied?
I don't think anybody's ever satisfied when it comes to artists. Are really never satisfied because you actually release a song, but then when it's out and you're in the studio listening, you're like, oh my god, my voice tweaked there. No, you're always thinking about that little thing, and I think that it's just, when you want to be great and you are hungry to be great, you're never really content with everything. You feel like you can always work harder and do better every time, and that's one thing that I do.
Now, you obviously are well known in the music industry with regards to your vocal prowess and some of the songs you've done, as well as some of the collaborations you've done with some of our great artists, and we'll come to those later on. But in terms of your musical career, how do you balance that with some of your other personal and maybe even business obligations?
Right, that's a good question. I think that, one of the things that really made me realize that I think I can really do this so well is that when I started music, I was just about to complete my degree, and I realized I will go to school, and I was shuffling it quite well. you know, it was such a challenge, but I knew that I had to finish school because my father will
kill you.
I won't be alive by now. He'd be like, I brought you here, you're going back.
And you're a product of Wesley Girls, aren't you?
I'm a product of Wesley Girls,
okay.
yes. And, you know, so I completed school with a first class honor. Like, I really, you know, made sure that I worked hard and I studied hard. And, you know, in school, people would be like, you cry.
So
how are you able to do this, you know?
Yeah.
But I was determined to do it because I told myself that if I'm able to do it now, because in future, there's going to be a bigger balance when you have a family to take care of.
Yeah,
and you have
okay.
music.
Now, I mean, here's the thing. When we go into secondary schools, most of our parents aspire for us to become doctors, engineers, and all those type of things. When you were in Wesley Girls, I'm not so sure, but I get the sense that music was not why you went to Wesley Girls.
Absolutely not.
What did you want to be?
Absolutely not. So, like, my father always wanted me to be a lawyer. Everybody thought I was going to sit in court.
How did I guess?
And everybody thought I was going to sit in court to do some of that sort. And, you know, so I was aspiring to do that. But along the way, I realized that, you know, not everything that you'd have to be able to decide yourself as to what you want to do. Because, like, happiness is being at work and not being happy is one of the most. You can make as much money as anything.
You'll be miserable.
But you'll be so miserable because half of the day is at work. You know, so I just, you know, had to do this, and it makes me happy.
Okay, you know what, Becca? Let's listen to this song of yours, Miniwa, and we'll come back soon.
Yes, sir. The trigger had always been there.
Okay.
You know, it had always been there. I was just waiting for it to just blast, you know, because he had gotten to that point where the decision was you're going to do law or you're going to be a musician. So at that point, he said, you know what, I have to make a decision now. But really, 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 I mean, growing up, everybody that knows me knows I sang. I was always singing. Even my father, he wasn't so surprised in the end because I wake up in the morning and when we're doing morning devotion, they're reading a verse, you know, a chapter. I'll just take that verse and make it a song. So I've always done music. So that trigger was the life decision where I was like, okay, this is the point. What are you going to do? Music or law? And then I had to go for what my heart wanted to go for.
And the heart is music.
And the heart is music.
As they say, follow your heart.
Absolutely.
And you usually end up living out your dream.
Oh, yes, and living longer.
I like that, and living younger. Oh boy, Becca, you've got a sense of humor. And living longer, I like that. Now, here's the big dollar question.
Yes.
You're a beautiful lady. You're in the prime of your career, and the big question everyone's saying is, when is this woman going to get married?
I know that was the question you're going to ask me. So
talk to me, girl.
Well, like I tell people all the time, yes, you're right. At this point,
well, before then, are you dating?
I am dating. Yes.
Okay.
I am in a good relationship
good.
now. Yes,
okay.
So I'm good.
so now let's talk wedding bells.
Well, you know, the thing about me is this.
I want to go buy a new suit.
I definitely am inviting you. You know, yes, with that voice, you should be hosting my wedding.
Anytime.
You know,
anytime.
So I tell people all the time that there's one thing about me, and that is that I always use the word God. I always say God, and people sometimes think it's cheesy, but for me, it's a perfect thing. I believe that at the right time, I will get married.
Okay.
And yes, you're right. I mean, we're not growing any younger, but it's not a race, you know. I believe that if, you know, he decides to propose, he will, and then we will tell you exclusive. Yeah. See that reporter looking at me like...
we're going to hold you to that.
I know you are. Yes.
I'm going to hold you to that. Exclusive, first time on Joy 93. If I hear it anywhere else, I'm coming for you.
The thing about people is that family members would probably tell everybody before it even comes.
Don't let the cat out of the bag.
I know.
Don't let the cat out of the bag.
Don't.
How many kids would you like to have?
Well, I come from a huge family.
When you say huge family, I mean your brothers and siblings. 11 siblings.
Yeah, 11.
How many boys? How many girls?
There's 4 girls and the rest are all boys.
Okay.
Yes.
And where do you come up in the lineup?
I am the 6th.
You're number 6.
Yes.
Okay.
And first girl.
Number 6. So you're the.
I'm not the first girl. We have another.
Yeah. So you're the midfield striker.
I am the striker.
You're the midfield striker.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to have. You know, because I like attention so much, and I know my children are going to love attention. They're going to be attention seekers. I know that 100%. Oh,
now, where is she going with this one?
I'm looking at. I would definitely not say 1 because I want my child to
have a sibling. Yeah.
So probably 2.
Okay.
Yes.
2?
2. At
Not
most
3.
At most.
Why don't
That's
we,
Trinity.
why don't we round it up at 4?
Let's do 3 or 2.
Let's do 3 or 2.
In fact, let's do 2. Before I start birthing triplets.
Anything else is a bonus.
Oh no.
It's a blessing. It's a bonus.
But anything else, the one will be a bonus. It's a blessing from God.
Fantastic. Okay. Well,
Well, I mean, I think a lot of people, if they follow Becca, they'll realize that this song itself was just me on the song.
Yeah.
This is actually a remix, and after I did the song, I thought, okay, I'm explaining it was just one-sided. It was skewed to the women's side. I just thought, okay, it's good, because a lot of times most of my songs are dark and all that. And I just thought, okay, now let me just sing a song that is showing how much a man can be adored as well, because there are some really good men out there.
That's right.
And so I just thought, let me do this kind of song. And so after doing it, I just said, what? How about getting a man to talk about the woman as well, and express it himself as well to the woman? And I couldn't have thought of anybody else at that time than Bisa Kide, because Bisa has.
Yeah, but let me ask you a question, because you've just read my mind.
Right.
Why Bisa? It could have been anybody else.
Fantastic. Well, I think he's got amazing vocals first of all.
And
when it comes to lyrics, which is word and how he words, he puts his words down is amazing. And I was looking for that local. I was looking for that originality. I was looking for somebody who wrote high life music and writes it well. And I couldn't think of anybody else. I mean, I've done a song with Cobb Now in the past.
Yeah.
And I thought, modern day, who am I going to use? And really, I couldn't think of anybody else but Bisa Kide. He's just really good at his craft.
Yeah.
And if you want to go back home, if you want proper high life, authentic high life, if you want originality, I just thought, let me put Bisa Kide in there as well. And he looks like somebody who likes to write love songs as well. So I just thought, he'd be good at that.
Fantastic. Later on, we're going to be discussing a very important question to me. But before then, called Crazy, and she's not only beautiful, she doesn't even only have a great voice, but it's unfortunate we don't have a webcam in here. You should have seen some dance moves this woman was showing us in the studio. It was just quite incredible. You know what? If you keep locked onto our Joy FM Facebook, you might just get lucky and see the lady doing her moves. Fantastic dance moves. Becca, Crazy. Who are some of the collaborating artists on this song?
Crazy is just me.
Yeah.
I mean, the Unveiling album, yes, we have a lot of people on there, but if you're talking about Crazy, the song is just me.
Yeah. Who's providing the backing vocals?
Me.
All of it?
Yes.
Fantastic. Some great overdubs.
Yes, I mean, that's one thing I like to do. Okay, I can tell you when to ask a question. Let me wait. Let me just wait for that.
No, because one of the things I noticed in the structure of that song was the very fact that, because if you're not careful, you will think that they are backing vocalists.
Yes.
I asked the question because I suspected there were some overdubs done over there, in there, and you were singing in different tones.
Different tones.
Is that a style that you tend to adopt, or do you prefer to use backing vocalists sometimes?
I think it depends on the kind of song you're doing. Sometimes you really do need, like if you're looking for the choir effect, you definitely need backing vocals, because the beauty about choir effect is that you have different texture of voices, different tones, different keys, different melodies coming up, and so putting all of them together gives you a really strong chorus or hook. And so it's really important that happens but I tend to do a lot of the parts myself, because I'm able to do it. Not everybody's able to do it, and so you just gravitate towards finding people to do it for you, which is not a bad thing as well. So it really just depends on the kind of song you're doing and what you want to achieve.
Okay. Now, when it comes to the art of writing music, do you use songwriters, producers, or are you actually developing the skill of songwriting yourselves? Because you talked about the creation of the Share remix, which you did featuring Bisa Kide.
Right.
Where are the skills? We know about the vocals.
Yes.
We've just seen the dancing. And it's just,
you haven't seen the dance yet. You
really?
Tune in, because I'm about to dance some more.
Hello.
So tune in.
Hello. No, I mean, with regards to the creativity of your albums, your music, and all that, are you heading towards being a songwriter, or do you prefer to use people who are already proficient in that area of the industry?
Okay, thank you very much. I mean, I think that I've always been a songwriter. Songwriting is probably not my biggest strength. I'm more of a vocalist. But what I tend to do is that it's important that as songwriters, as artists, we always look for people. If you're not able to write all your songs, it's important to find the right kind of people to write your songs for you. Because like I say to people all the time, I get a lot of people coming up with music for me to sing all the time, but I'm very selective of what I sing, and I pay a lot of attention to it. And yes, people like, let me just leave Ghana. Beyonce and Rihanna's, their hit songs have always been from people, because they have academies, people that actually go together to write a song for Beyonce or to write a song for Rihanna. And it's very, very important, because sometimes as an artist, you may write so much, and if you're not careful, it just starts sounding the same. And you start, it's almost like we're hearing the thing over and over again. So there's no harm in getting people who are good at it, understand your brand, understand what you want to achieve, to put some songs together for you. And that's one thing I do. A song like Share was written by Chiame Kofi, and Bisakede brought his own in there. A song like Besho is myself and Bisakede. Crazy.
Did you write Crazy?
Yes, myself, and another guy called Eddie Young. Because the thing about me is that it doesn't matter what song you bring to me, I must change the wedding. I have to.
Why is that?
Because I think I know myself better than anybody else knows me.
That's fair enough.
So if you're going to say, I like to move this way, right?
Yeah.
I might want to say it somewhere. I would like to say I like to sway that way, And so I would definitely have to change to suit me, And sometimes I feel like,
So there has to be the Becca touch.
I have to.
Has to be
that's
the Becca
thing
touch
about me. And if you come to me with music that doesn't have tree in it, if you listen to almost all my songs, people have to know and ask me, what did you say there? Everywhere I go. I go on BBC and all that, and they say, what is that? What did you say there? You have to ask me somehow in my song, and I'll tell you that, oh, you didn't know? I'm from Ghana. And in Ghana, that means, and I say Yankwe. Yankwe means look.
Yep.
So I've adopted that, and I say that in all my songs, Yankwe. And people keep asking me, what is Yankwe? And I want you to know that, you better know that I'm not just any girl. I'm an African and Ghanaian girl. So it's really important.
Hold that thought. Stay there. We're going to come back.
To know that I'm really crazy about him.
Now we're going to get juicy.
Let's get juicy then. And because I'm just...
Becca, are you sure we can get juicy on this?
I'm crazy about you. You have no idea.
Oh,
anyway.
Oh, she's making me blush.
Okay, so Crazy is a song that is really a love song, and the song is on the album Unveiling. And I thought I'd release it at this time because at this time it's a season of love. It's an amazing time. There's so many events going on. One of the events that we know that goes on a lot in Christmas is wedding.
That's right.
And so I just thought, you know what? Why don't you release a song and give people an opportunity? Now, what I'm doing is really fascinating. I don't think you understand it.
Before you go, you continue. Would you like to have a Christmas wedding?
I would actually like to have a wedding on a day that is not festive, on a time that is not festive, so nobody would know. Or pay attention to it too.
I rest my case.
But then it's fun when it's Christmas, it's Valentine, and all that. People are having weddings. It's so much fun because it's holidays as well, and it means that all your relatives who are out of Ghana could always come. So that's what you're looking for. Yeah. So now, Crazy is a crazy song. It's crazy. It's a woman just telling a man how she's crazy about him. And so this is what I'm about to do. Since it's Christmas time, and I want to give my fans a gift.
Okay.
I just thought, you know what? I may not be able to go to everybody's house to give them a kiss and hug them and say, thank you so much, I love you for supporting Becca, but there's one thing I can do. All those that are getting married, this is what I need them to do. I want them to...
Hold a thought. Right, if you're listening and you know any of your friends who are about to get married this Christmas,
your uncle, your auntie,
and they're not tuned into Joy 99.9, they have got 10 seconds to tune in because Becca is about to drop the bomb.
Yes.
She's about to drop the bomb, so tune into 99.7. Call your friends now, send them a text on WhatsApp to tune into Joy 99 because Becca's about to drop the bomb.
Yes, guys. Well, here, you're still tuned into Joy. Definitely, it's 99.7. And this is exclusive right here. I'm about to announce something. Now, I want to give you a gift. And this is the gift. Just like you said, if you have a sibling or your nephew or your auntie or your uncle, your sister or your friend is getting married, this is what I need you to do. You know the song you're playing, Crazy?
Yep.
I want them to listen to the song. Pick a line in the song that they love so much. Just a simple line in the song. Just a line. Pick a line in the song and add this thing to it for me. Tell me the reason why you love this person so much. Tell me why you think that this person is worth doing something for. I want you to post this on Instagram. Tag myself, Becca, 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 Frica. Of course, tag Xylophone Media as well.
Oh, okay.
And then your entry might just come in. And when it comes in, we pick it. I might just be coming to your wedding to perform for you.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
I will be crushing weddings this Christmas.
You know what, Becca, this sounds too good to be true. So you know what? There are some people who have just heard this and are probably sending text messages to their friends and saying, look, tune into Joy 99.7. Becca's about to do something.
Yes.
Please go over the process again.
This is a simple process. Pick a line from the song that is playing right now called Crazy.
Crazy.
It's online as well. It's, just go on the album Unveiling. Crazy is there. Listen to Crazy. Pick a line that you love so much there. Tag Becca Africa. Okay?
Becca
Africa.
Becca Africa.
My Instagram name.
Okay.
And Xylophone Media. Post it on Instagram. Also explaining to me why you think this person is worth surprising. Tell me how much you love this person, whether it's your friend or even if you're the bride or the groom and you like me to surprise your partner. Just pick a line from the song. With you, of course, with a video of you. Post it on Instagram. Tag Becca Africa and Xylophone Media. And we're going to be seething through. And if your entry comes and it touches my heart so much and I believe it's worth it, I will be crushing your wedding. I'll come in there, I'll surprise your partner, and I'll be performing for your partner. Yeah,
but Becca, let me ask a question. How long do they have to send in these submissions?
It's till the first week in January, so they have time now to do it, and it's limited time. We have 2 weeks more,
right?
And so let's do it now. And clearly, there has to be lucky winners. We can't do everybody,
sure.
And so there has to be. The faster you come, the better.
Now, how many winners are you going to surprise? Is there a number?
We don't want to give a number.
Okay.
Because what I want to do is that I just want people to, as many as possible. I mean, we had a limit. I just told them that, you know what, no, let's just see as many as possible. But the thing is that definitely somebody, but I think it's good to let them know the number. Don't you think? So that they are fast to do it. But it obviously will not exceed a certain number. We're going to, but I mean, as many as possible. We're going to surprising people. And that is the job I want to do this Christmas. I want to go to your wedding. I want to crush your wedding with my team. We want to sing for you at your wedding.
Fantastic. You heard it on Joy 99.7.
Oh my God. Wasn't Kanta a fan? Okay. There was this time that it went on for about 2 months.
Right.
And at every, let's say 2 a.m., I would get a call from this person. And in the beginning, I wasn't too sure because it was an unknown number. So I just thought, let me just pick up because I have a lot of relatives and siblings out of Ghana. And I'll pick it a couple of times. And the first thing he told me was that he had a vision about me and that he wanted to discuss with me what the vision was. And then, what I do usually is that sometimes I just want to listen to what people have to say. And sometimes I just don't pay attention. This person was really persistent. They'll call me around that time all the time. So I picked about 3 times. And I told the first time he called, I said, okay, why don't you call me in the morning? He didn't call in the morning. He called at 2 a.m. again. And I said, you know what? Let's speak in the morning. He didn't call again. He called the next day at 2 a.m. And then he said to me that he wants to meet up with me to be able to say this because this is something that he has to meet up with me to say.
Okay. And
then I said that I don't have a lot of time, so I really don't think I can make that time out to meet you. But if you really think this is from God, and he says, just tell me on the phone.
Sure.
Because God is really everywhere. He said, it's really serious. So, I did also Michelle face to face. I said, no, let me tell you something. If God is telling you to tell me, and he knows it's so important, I know that God doesn't mind you telling me on the phone because it's supposed to.
Exactly.
He said, okay, I'll call you tomorrow. He didn't call tomorrow. He called me the following week. And when he called me, he said, this is very hard for me to say. It's so hard, but I have to tell you this thing. I said, go ahead, just relax, tell me. He said, okay. I mean, I know that there's a lot of people around you, there's a lot of people in your life, and it's interesting, it's amazing, but God said I should tell you something. You don't know me, but I know you, and I see you around a lot. God said I should tell you that I am supposed to be your husband.
Oh, dear. And what did you have to say to that?
I'm telling you, and that's exactly what he said. And then in my head, I'm thinking, wow. So you're giving me sleepless nights thinking you have to tell me something so important. You tell me that God said you're supposed to be my husband? Then I said, no.
Yeah.
I said, did God tell you that I'm seeing somebody now?
That's a good.
And are you really telling me God said I should leave the person I'm seeing?
Yeah, that's a good retort.
No, I just
that's
said,
a good
did
retort.
God tell you I'm seeing somebody now? And I said, but if God really, really is telling you that, what was so hard for you to tell me? He said, because it was supposed to be a face-to-face conversation, so you understand how serious it is. But then the other thing about, the serious one experience that I had as well, I had this person who was always calling me, and every time they called me, they didn't want to talk. They just were sending messages like, they had so much information about you and were threatening you. And I, for once, I wasn't bothered at all, because I knew that there was really nothing for them to say about me.
Yeah.
So I get a lot. In the past, I used to get that a lot. Like, they want to just blackmail you and all that. So.
Yeah, sure. Okay, thank you for explaining that. Now, as far as the industry is concerned, Gamro.
Yeah.
Can you hear?
I think so.
You think so?
I am. I've always been.
Are you not?
I have always been. I've always been under my former record label, EKB.
Right,
and
okay.
I think it's still so.
Okay. And what do you think Gamro is doing for musicians? Are they doing a good job? Could it be better? Is it a bad job? What are your experiences in Gamro with regards to receiving your royalties and all that? Matisa, we a cash woman. Tell me, be some.
Well, I believe that I always tell people all the time that this is a system that needs a lot of improvement and development. I think that any human being can do their very best, and I tell people all the time that there needs to be some sort of support and some sort of government protection around musicians, and it's really, really important.
Right.
I think that's one of the reasons why Gamro came inside. I mean, because I do not 100% pay attention to a lot of things that goes on and the Gamro, because I have management who do that for me.
Sure.
I wouldn't be the sort of person to let you to go in on what exactly happens there, because I'll be lying to you if I say I pay attention 100%. I really wish management was here to explain that.
Yeah.
But so far as I'm concerned, I think that in everybody's career, in everything that we do, we need a lot of government support. We need a lot of development. We need infrastructures, to enable us to be able to monitor our songs and the necessary royalties come to us.
Right.
And I think that as much as they're doing well, there could be a lot of improvement. So
now, when it comes to royalties, have you been successful in receiving your due royalties from Gamro?
I think that in the past, my management dealt with them, and they did receive a certain amount. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I don't know if you think that amount is adequate enough, but I feel like if there's a system that is in place, then
you see, Becca,
well.
you're very good at predicting my next question. So I'm going to ask it anyway. How much did you receive?
I think that they went through. I'm the sort of person that is very conservative when it comes to my monies and telling people about it. And so I wouldn't like to share how much I receive from anybody with you, just in case you try to call me at night as well.
You know what? You're just a rascal, aren't you? You're just a rascal.
But one thing I can tell you is that, I honestly do believe that there must be improvement in every aspect of the music industry in Ghana, not just music, also movies as well. I think we need a lot of improvement. I mentioned something like infrastructure and government protection and good marketing and distribution areas and all that. And the certain bills must be passed and all that. So I think that when that is done, our monies will come a bit more than it comes now.
Right. I mean, one of the areas of the industry that I think needs a lot of development is the whole question of copyright licensing and all that.
Absolutely.
We're not going to go into specific details, but there have been instances where there have been debates and battles and arguments and even fights and personalities falling out over copyright issues.
Yes.
Now, a bird whispers to me that there is a concert coming up soon. What can you tell us about this forthcoming concert?
Which one?
I don't know.
The Beam Nation concert?
You tell me.
Well, there's always concerts at Xylophone, of course.
Well, is there something coming?
I just finished my 10 years anniversary, my 10 years concert. I just finished that, and of course, mine was in 21st of October. We had that.
And you didn't bring me my tickets. Why a hot?
Yeah. It was all about the mind. So, my next concert you're coming to, but the next concert is on Friday, right? 22nd.
Right.
And you're definitely invited to come. It's going to be an amazing concert. I mean,
and where is that going to be taking place?
It's going to be at the conference center.
Okay.
And I'm going to be performing live as well, as long as all
Okay.
the artists that we have. And it's a Stone Boys EOM concert, so it's going to be live, yes.
Okay. Now, when it comes to performances, are you more of a studio person, or are you more of a live person? In other words,
definitely a live person.
You're definitely a live person.
Even in the studio, I want to play live music. I want to hear live guitars. I want to sing live. I want to hear live bass. I want to hear live percussions and keyboards, and everything must be live for me because I just love life.
Right. Okay.
I love live and life.
I can tell. Stay there 1 second. Let me read this very